Hello everyone, back for another doll video, and today I am going to be doing a restoration process on one of my childhood dolls. You're probably going to scream when you see her because she is completely trashed. But this was my very first Teresa doll that I ever got. So, like Barbie Teresa, like Teresa Barbie's friend. So this is my very tattered, weathered, worn Hawaii Beach Teresa doll from 1999. Here she is in all her glory. So there's quite the story behind her. You can see her arms are all loose and stuff. So my friend Tiffany, one of my childhood friends, gave me all her childhood Barbies for an early Christmas present in 2002, and her Barbies were all trash to begin with. Like, she cut their hair, she drew on them, chewed them probably, I don't remember. The dolls were all in various different conditions, and this doll still has some of the original customization or damage or whatever you want to call it from my friend. So, for example, Hawaii Teresa is supposed to have bangs. Her bangs are still cut off since then. And then her hair is supposed to be longer. It's supposed to be down to here, I believe. But, you know, Tiffany, she had a habit of cutting her doll's hair. So, now note, the doll was not like this when I got her. You can see my many attempts at trying to glue her together and all that stuff. Sadly, this is what happened to a lot of my childhood Barbies and dolls that Tiffany gave me. Not just the ones that she gave me, but ones that I got new and stuff like that that had a twist and turn waist and whatnot. Their necks wound up getting broken. They wound up getting broken in half. And they wound up losing massive amounts of hair plugs and all kinds of stuff. And most of my Barbies were loose like this. The arms were just really loose by the time I was done with them. So I was very rough on my dolls. I would throw them around. Like, even on her boob here, you can see where there's a scratch, like a dent. And even on her back, you can see that there is a crack, like a fracture that goes all the way up. And then her waist, all the black that you see was electrical tape. I tried to tape her back together. Then I eventually glued her together, and then I put way too much glue on. Then I set her down on a surface, and then glue ran all the way down here. So yeah, and she's got, her legs are just scuffs and all kinds of things all over them. She's missing face paint, if you can see. So, like, you can see, like, on her eye, she's missing, like, the eyeliner wing there. There's some paint chipped off here. There's some lip rubs. This whole part of her head cracked open, so she's got, like, you can see some super glue there. I had ripped her earrings out. She's a mess. Bottom line, she is a mess. So we're going to be taking her hair out. And so, yeah, she's got like a really natural, like they mixed black and like a honey sort of brown together. It's like a sunshiny brown. Like, it's a dark brown with like, it's like sunshine highlight to it. It's really interesting. I would love to get a brand new doll like this, just so I can, I'm going to save her hair though, because it's really magnificent. And like I said in my Pocahontas restoration video, I do keep the hair of my old dolls. Not necessarily new ones, unless I intend on using the hair for other dolls. But for her, I can't use it, but she's a nostalgic doll, so I will save her hair, because it was a part of her. And I have lots of, she's very nostalgic to me. She was my first Teresa doll, so she's going to be the most nostalgic. So what I'm probably going to do, I am going to reroot her hair, obviously. I'm going to try to fix her neck. I'm going to like try to glue another neck joint in there. And then I'm going to build up some like gel glue around here to try to fill in all these spots where it broke off, which is going to take me an eternity. I need to sand this down because I had glued her head on at some point. Yeah, you can see the ring that goes around. I think I glued her head on twice, actually, because there's a ring right here, and then there's one that goes around down here. So I think I glued her head on twice. So, yeah, this doll has been through the fires of hell and back, so. But I mean, she's still here, and I still have her, and I'm not getting rid of her, so. I'm going to try to restore her the best of my ability. I'm probably going to snap her waist in half again to glue it back together again. I'm going to sand everything down with a nail file to get all this black off. And then I'm going to go over it with some acetone, like very light acetone, to smooth it out again. And then I'm going to sand the two pieces and glue them back together. So that'll be much stronger whenever I glue her back together. She obviously won't be able to twist and turn her waist ever again, but you know, she'll be able to take a beating and stay in one piece. Not like she's gonna take a beating. This doll, I don't think she could. She's been through enough already. So bottom line, yeah, her head is already off, so I'm gonna set her body to the side and we're gonna elastic her hair. But yeah, this was one of the many dolls that my friend Tiffany had given me. I basically remember going through, she had like a toy chest in her room that was filled with, there were Barbies in there, there was lots of Barbies, but there was also a bunch of miscellaneous junk thrown in there. And I went through and I dug out all the Barbies. I was just going to go play with the dolls. And then at the last minute, like right when I was about to leave, my friend Tiffany said that I could have them all. Like, she just gave all of them to me. And they were all haircut, messed up in every way, but I didn't care. I was like, it's free Barbies. And I wasn't going to 12-year-old me was not going to turn down free Barbies. So, and I got my first Teresa doll in the process, so I was very thrilled about that. So I'm going to go get my materials and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I got my trusty scissors. We're going to cut all her old hair off. I'm trying to mess around with what types of hair color. I do have black. She has black in her hair. But I am going to try to mess around and see. I have several different colors of brown that I need to do the highlights with, so. But I do have black. I have the primary color that's in her hair. But I need to figure out what brown looks the most like the brown that's in her hair, so. I don't want to cut her hair off because she is like my oldest surviving doll that still has her hair. But I feel like she deserves a restoration. She is dying to have new hair, a head full of new hair. And even when I got her from my friend Tiffany, she wasn't missing. You can see on the side of her head, she's missing hair plugs right here. She's missing some back here. Those weren't even missing. That was just from me aggressively brushing her, because back then when I was a child, I didn't know how to brush doll hair. So, here we go. We're going to cut her hair off, so she will never look like this again. She will never have this short hair again, so. And you know, her Saran hair, this is another reason I don't like Saran hair. I know everybody, like, in the doll world, Saran hair is like God to everyone, and well, not everyone, but most people in the doll world, like the doll community. But you can see, like, on her bangs, you can see, like, I'm not sure if the camera's going to pick this up, but even her bangs, her hair, the Saran hair has gotten so weathered and everything that it's just got split ends, and there was all kinds of split ends in the back. Here we go, like there's a lot of little hairs that have broken off. That's because it's gotten breakage and split ends and all that. So this is what happens to Saran hair over time. It's nice when it's brand new, but eventually it goes bad. Now, if you're a collector, like if you're the type of person that keeps them in the box and all that stuff, yeah, we're going to cut off what's left of her bangs. There's a tiny little smidge of her bangs left, and I just cut them, so. But yeah, if you're a collector and you keep them in the box, you keep them on the shelf, you keep them displayed or whatever, Saran hair is going to be fine. But if you are a person like me that collects dolls secondhand, restoring Saran hair is not the easiest of tasks. That's why I like Kanekalon. Kanekalon is my favorite hair fiber because you can have a doll with the most matted up, balled up, nasty, dreadlocked looking hair. You detangle it, and then when you boil wash it, it just goes pin freaking straight. It doesn't get split ends as easily as Saran does, and it doesn't get as breakage. Kanekalon hair can take more of a beating than Saran hair can, and it's definitely easier to bring back, at least in my personal experience, it's easier to bring Kanekalon hair back to life than it is Saran. I do have some other dolls that have Saran hair that their Saran hair is in way worse condition than this one. And you'll definitely, I might do a video of it in the future before I reroot that doll. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay, anyway. So I might do a video on that in the future of me taking out that doll's hair. I might actually discuss the process of, you know, taking her hair out and explaining why I don't like Saran and all that stuff. So, but realistically, anybody can like whatever hair type they want to like. It's all up to them. So now I'm going to get my trusty screwdriver, and we're going to go on the inside, and we're going to scrape her hair plugs out. Like so. I'm really hoping that when I go to reroot her that she's not, because her vinyl head is very, very fragile. Like over here you can see she's got like holes that are starting to form. And then I mentioned that she had a hole in the side that split open on her eye. And there's also one, well, I'll show that off later. But she's actually got a crack on the inside of her head on this line where the other eye is. That's gonna try to eventually crack open just like the other one did. So I'm gonna try to fix that before it becomes an issue. Yeah, the paint on her head is actually brown. It's not completely black, but the primary color in her hair was black, and then she had all those like caramel sunshine brown, like it was like a dark brown, but it had that sunshine sort of glow to it, and I really like, that's why I want to get another one of this doll, is so I can have one that's restored, you know, I can have my original one that I had to restore, but then I can have one that is original, because I really do love her hair colors. So yeah, I will not bore y'all with this, so I will come back when I have all her hair out. Okay, so I have scraped all the hair to the inside of her head. Now I'm going to get my trusty tweezers and pull the hair out. Some of her hair is so old that it's like fused. Yeah, you can see that little thread there. That was what held her sunglasses on. Yep, she had a piece of thread sticking out of her head. And I think that's what held on her sunglasses. Her sunglasses must have been yellow. I don't know what color they were, because I haven't really looked at pictures of her online. I know she comes in a red bathing suit, but that's about it. It's like a red floral print bathing suit. Okay, there we go. Yeah, see her hair wasn't hard to get out, so. But yeah, some of her hairs were actually fused. So. But yeah, like I was mentioning earlier, you see this on the inside of her head. Yeah, I'm not sure how well. Yep. Right in there, you can see that split, that crack that's going across. I'm going to have to super glue that. But yeah, that's basically what happened over in... Yeah, you can see that white in there. That white is all super glue. So yeah, the same thing happened on that side. So, and that was because I used to do this to their faces. I used to, like, squish their faces down. But some Barbies, they'll have, like, really delicate vinyl for their heads, and it will split easily. So you really don't want to be doing that with your dolls, so. But it's kind of like the mad face when you squeeze it inward like that. Only you squeeze it a lot farther down. Well, here I have a Locket Surprise Kayla I can demonstrate it with. This is another doll I rerooted ages ago, but yeah, when you do this. On some dolls, when you do that with them, not only can it crack the face paint on the eyes, but it can also lead to that sort of damage with the crack, the rip right there. So it all depends on how fragile the vinyl is that your doll's head is made of. So anyway, that is the process. It's going to be quite the journey. Getting her restored to the best of my ability. But I think she'll be worth it, because she was my first Teresa doll, and she's really important to me. So, she was also a doll that I had to keep, like, hide outside from my grandma, because my grandma used to take my dolls from me when she wanted me to grow up. She decided she didn't want me to have dolls anymore. And she wanted me to mature, and I didn't want to, so she ended up taking my dolls from me and destroying them. So this was one of them I had to keep outside, and that's why her body is all yellowed and stuff like that. And I think that's why some of her hairs were fused into her scalp, was because of everything she's gone through. Some of the holes in her head kind of look like they have dirt in them, and that's from ages ago. So yeah. Well, and also since I said I was very rough on my dolls, I used to drive my grandma crazy by smacking them together and stuff. I used to make my Barbies fight, so I think I drove my grandma a little bit crazy with my dolls by doing that. And I think that's why she has this fracture in her back, is because I used to smack them together. That's probably how her neck wound up getting broken. I don't remember. It was so long ago that I don't remember. But anyhow, I will be sure to post a video when she's rerooted, and I will continue to take you guys through the journey of getting this doll restored to the best of my ability, the best that I can, basically. So, anyhow, thank you guys for watching, and more videos to come, and remember to stay true to you.